Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
The Michigan Attorney General drops the hammer on two top associates of former Speaker Lee Chatfield, claiming they were running a criminal enterprise in Lansing and hauling in hundreds of thousands of dollars illegally.
Dana Nessel is leveling these charges after nearly 2 years of investigation into the former speaker and his closest associates, Rob and Ann Menard.
Our Mara McDonald live downtown tonight. Mara, important to note who was not charged today, and that is the former speaker.
Kimberly, that's right. And AG Dana Nessel, she addressed that right out of the bat. She said the investigation into Chatfield is ongoing. A charging decision has not been made there. But what happened today has to be setting off alarm bells because there was no one closer to the former speaker's operation than Ann and Rob Menard. Let me show you.
They are Lansing power brokers who choose their clients and undertakings and who boast tremendous access in the realms of government and campaign politics and have the ability to sway public policy, political strategy, and have demonstrated high aptitudes for campaign fundraising.
And tonight, the AG has charged Ann and Rob Menard with running a criminal enterprise through their positions working for the former Speaker of the House, Lee Chatfield, as well as their own consulting firm, Victor Strategies. The Menards, who are married, served as Chatfield's Director of External Affairs and Chief of Staff, respectively. MSP raided their home in 2022, looking for a money trail because they oversaw everything when it came to Chatfield's fundraising, which was extremely successful. The AG says the Menards bilked more than $500,000 over 2 years from those fundraising accounts and started listing all the charges they're facing, starting with the biggest first.
One count of conducting a criminal enterprise, a 20-year felony.
Back here live, and then Nessel went on to detail it all. There are 21 charges against both of them in all. They range from running a criminal enterprise, that 20-year felony, to embezzlement, to filing false tax returns. It goes on and on. If convicted, they're looking at decades in prison. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara, thank you. Well, right now, investigators are going through body camera video after an officer shot and killed a suspect last night on Detroit's west side.
Happened right around 10:15 last night in the area of Finkel and the Southfield Service Drive. Victor Williams is on this story for us tonight live. Victor, the traffic stop that started this turned chaotic really quickly.
Yeah, it turned chaotic, Demond and Kimberly, and then after it turned chaotic, it turned deadly. The officer that was involved has been placed on administrative leave, and it's just so sad that there is a loss of life.
Tough situation. Obviously, nobody wants to see anybody have their life taken, especially during the holiday season.
Local 4 crime and safety expert Darnell Blackburn speaking on how a simple traffic stop leads to a man dying at the hands of police Wednesday night.
Officers don't want to take a life, nor do they want to lose their lives or see other people lose their lives.
Officers noticed a white car failing to signal near Finkel and Southfield Service Drive. Officers were able to stop the driver when they found out that he had no license. According to police, the driver tried pulling off and one of the officers tried using his leg to step on the brakes and stop the car. That resulted in the officer being dragged about 20 yards. As a former cop, Darnell blames it on instinctual training.
I've done it where I've stuck my foot in and put my foot on the brake. It just so happened that maybe the officer was delayed in doing it.
The officer's partner tried using a taser, but that didn't work. The suspect allegedly put the car into reverse, still dragging the officer, and fearing his own safety along with the life of his partner, the officer shot the suspect in the chest. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Darnell talks about how lethal force wasn't used right away.
From the moment that the officer was being drugged on the vehicle, when the officer did have their foot in the door and they're being drugged, that is considered a lethal force situation.
He applauds the other officer for at least trying to use the taser. After searching the car, police found a gun with an extended magazine and Glock switch.
If that individual would have taken that gun that was later found and assaulted someone else, or assaulted somebody, or even killed people with that, or robbed somebody with that gun, then we'd be talking about how the officer let them go.
Now, cops found marijuana inside the car along with the passenger, in which they took into custody. The officer that was dragged about 20 yards is expected to be okay. Victor Williams.
Victor, I was expecting to see some video. Any idea when the body cam footage might be released?
Well, gone are the days of having that video released after the incident, as you probably recall happening just a few years back. But with this new policy that they have into place, it's going to take about 45 days. So in a few weeks, hopefully, we'll be seeing what played out directly from that video.
Okay, Victor, we appreciate it. Thank you. Detroit Police Chief James White has said it over and over again. Accidental shootings of children is an issue that is 100% preventable.
Yeah, and an event today worked to drive that point home. The gun safety event was held at John R. King Academic and Performing Arts Academy. The goal was to get adults not just to understand the dangers, but to do something about it. Now, Sean Lay is live on the story tonight. And Sean, this is really a top priority for the department.
Truly is, Damon and Kimberly. Look, everyone watching, you guys as well, give us a minute here to tell this story, because I want to take you right inside the classrooms today. The lesson, gun safety, to the little kids, giving that lesson Detroit police officers. And there was a heartbreaking surprise there while we were there. It is loud, it is fun inside John R. King Academy on Strathmore on Detroit's west side. The message, however, to the kids is deadly serious. Detroit police officers teaching today the lesson, gun safety, and what to do if any of these precious young lives finds a gun. Mixed in with the message, DPD delivering gifts, gift cards, along with gun locks for the kids to take home. DPD hoping they are put to use with the gun safety message.
Oh, the gun safety, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's huge. We have to keep the guns out of the children's hands.
While we were here, I noticed a person bringing in a large box. I got out my cell phone for this video.
This is what we do. We are Bear Hug Detroit, and so we're just delivering bears to kids that need them.
Not here. The 5-year-old who found an unsecured gun in his apartment December 10th and fatally shot himself. These are his classmates.
Who loves getting hugs from teddy bears? Me too!
Heartbreaking, and exactly why officers from DPD's 2nd Precinct worked so hard to deliver today's lesson right before these kids head home for Christmas break.
It's our responsibility. They're children. If we leave them out, something's going to happen.
Back here live, you didn't catch that. That was the classroom where the 5-year-old would have been who accidentally shot himself on December 10th. Classmates there getting those teddy bears. Guys, being there for a couple of hours today, you could tell this is a lot of work for officers and working with Walmart, Detroit Police and Walmart, to bring those gifts and bring that very important message. It was a lot of work. Back to you.
And Sean, it doesn't sound like the work is going to end there. This event today also extended outside of the school. Talk to us about that.
Hours of preparation. You get inside the school, deliver the message, deliver those gifts. So outside of the school, those officers then fanned out later and were giving out gun locks to people at home in that same neighborhood. So getting the message across to the kids at home and then getting gun locks at home as well, trying to cover every base possible to avoid any other tragedy.
All right, thanks, Sean. Well, right now, police in Harper Woods are investigating a shooting that sent a woman to the hospital today.
The shooting happened around 8 a.m. near Woodcrest and Lansdowne Street. Several nearby schools were on lockdown due to the shooting. Police say the shooting is not school related and the lockdown was just standard procedure. The shooter has not been taken into custody. Police say they believe there's a personal connection between the suspect and the victim and that this was not a random act.
Well, we are all in on the Detroit Lions, you know that, and tonight could be a big night, and get this, you know, the team isn't even playing.
That's right. Hobie Artigue is here with us now with what needs to happen in tonight's matchup between the Saints and the Rams.
Yeah, not a bad scenario. Don't even play.
Don't have to
Might even be in the
play.
playoffs. Well, remember those Detroit Rams shirts from a few years ago? Well, if you still got one, lose it. The Lions need that team to lose tonight, because if LA does, the Lions will be in the playoffs for the first time since 2016. Former Lions QB Matthew Stafford and the Rams take on the Saints, a meeting of two 7-7 teams still in the playoff chase. For the Lions to not make the postseason, it would have to be crazy. They'd have to lose all 3 of their final games and need other teams to win. They do not want to leave their fate in another team's hands, especially with a chance to win the division on Sunday. Jared Goff understands what winning that division would mean for this city, too.
I understand how special it'll be for the city. Absolutely. No, we understand that. And how long the fans have waited and all that. We certainly understand that, but I think we have to focus on, you know, what we can control, and that's this week right now.
One of our goals this season was to win the division, and we, with 3 games left, are in position to do that. So just trying to keep the main thing right now, and then we can always reflect when the season does end.
It's great. We're entering the Christmas week, and we're talking about the Lions in playoffs with 3 weeks to go, leading the division, trying to win that division for the first time in 3 decades.
And just so I'm clear,
yes,
we do not need to root for Matthew Stafford.
No,
we do not want him to win.
If you still have that number 9 Lions jersey, don't wear that either.
Don't wear it.
How about that?
Okay, Hobie, thank you.
Thanks, Hobie. Well, now to the weather as we take a live look outside at the Fisher Building. Tonight marks the winter solstice. It's the official start of winter.
It's also the day with the least amount of daylight. Today we got a little more than 9 hours. Let's get over to Kim Adams as we inch our way closer to the holiday weekend. Hi, Kim.
Hi. Well, you know, shortest day of the year, and it's a pretty decent one with temperatures in the low 40s, upper 30s in Pontiac, 41 in Adrian. We started with some sunshine, but the clouds have moved in, and they're going to stick around for a while. What a difference a year makes. A year ago, we were under a winter storm warning with a major winter storm impacting Metro Detroit, and now out at the airport, partly cloudy skies, mostly cloudy skies, I should say. 40 is the current temperature, and when that airplane is green, that's a good thing. It means there are no delays. Well, that's it. Today, we have, let's see, however many hours. 10:27 is the official beginning of the winter solstice. 4 days till Christmas, 11 until New Year's Day, and now just 89 days until the arrival of spring. 41 downtown, upper 30s in Mount Clemens and Pontiac, 40 out at the airport, 41 in Ann Arbor. It's pretty mild down to our southwest, and because we will have southwesterly winds, we are going to get some warmer air ahead for the weekend and into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Here we are mid to late December, and it's 57 degrees, near 60 degrees in St. Louis, 56 in Kansas City. Not a lot of travel problems across the entire country as we're not tracking any major winter storms. Tomorrow we'll have a lot of clouds in place. 42 degrees will be the high in the evening and into the overnight hours. We could see a few scattered showers. We'll talk about how that could impact your weekend coming up.